President Trump's options in Iran. If seizing the Strait of Hormuz is impossible or too costly, there is another option: for a move toward withdrawing U.S. forces and leaving the Strait of Hormuz without deterrent security arrangements serves only the interest of the Iranian regime, as it grants it a significant opportunity for a rapid recovery. Therefore, the optimal strategic solution lies not in a passive withdrawal, but in adopting a policy based on intercepting Iranian oil tankers and seizing them, exactly as occurred in the Venezuelan case, such that a firm equation is applied, either the continuation of exports for all Gulf states or a total halt for everyone. Furthermore, any withdrawal plan must necessarily include maintaining active forces in strategic areas like the Gulf of Oman or the Arabian Sea to monitor maritime movement and prevent the regime from collecting the massive financial revenues it might use to rebuild its capabilities quickly and fund the Revolutionary Guard, the Basij, and its regional militias. Without this financial pressure, the regime will be able to recover rapidly and bypass the risks of collapse, while allied Gulf states would find themselves in a state of siege that threatens their stability and economy in a way that prevents them from fulfilling the contracts they signed with America and weakens the chances of success for the Abraham Accords in the region, thereby eroding their trust in the United States, which may push them toward cooperation with China and Russia, potentially portraying Iran as the victor and weakening U.S. bases in the region.
Requirements for the coming phase. With the implementation of the above option, fundamental requirements emerge to ensure that Iran remains in a state of sustained weakness for decades to come. The first pillar consists of imposing a comprehensive blockade on Iran while maintaining all currently imposed economic sanctions and tightening them to completely dry up funding sources. Meanwhile, the second pillar requires a vigilant military presence through maintaining units of U.S. forces or forming a U.S.-Israeli strategic alliance dedicated to dealing immediately and effectively with any movements aimed at developing missile industries, producing drones, or constructing any military factories. The third pillar comes to emphasize the necessity of total readiness to deal with any adventures Iran might undertake to break the maritime blockade imposed on it. Implementing this strategy will place the Iranian regime under close surveillance to ensure it remains in a state of continuous frailty and prevents it from transforming into a danger that is difficult to deal with in the future. This suffocating pressure will place the regime before limited options that may push it towards surrender or the conclusion of a comprehensive agreement that ends its expansionist ambitions. Additionally, continued economic weakness will prepare the internal environment for a popular explosion and massive protests, or even reaching the stage of self-disintegration and collapse from within, ensuring the regime does not regain its breath and preventing the use of its wealth to destabilize regional security, while neutralizing the capabilities of the Revolutionary Guard and its militias. Consequently, strategic hegemony remains in the hands of the powers seeking stability, and maritime corridors and energy flows are secured to serve supreme interests and protect U.S. bases in the region, making this vision the realistic alternative to ill-conceived withdrawal policies and a certain guarantee to force the adversary into a slow erosion until the end.